Hey, welcome to all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thank you, right? Back out here in the land where I do what I do for you today. Rather than 25 rules led by storytelling. Story with a message. Message is the story for life. I'm giving you life lessons. You keep tuning in to receive them like you're doing. I'm going to keep giving them to you. It's all good. Let's go. Right Thinker's mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right Thinker's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, which is my mission to get you to do just that. Your job is to pay attention, learn your lessons, and you'll implement them and you'll get there. Trust me. Know thyself. Not just your name, your sex, your birthday, your horoscope. Know the essence of who you are is knowing thyself. That's what spiritual enlightenment is giving you. Information so you can do just that. Know who you are from the inside, not from the outside. This is all mental. So you have to think. Remember, right thinking. Thinking you're thinking. You might think the wrong way, so that ain't right thinking. Right thinking is know what you're thinking about and why. Let's go. You're thinking about who you are. One of these persons is a reflection of you. You figure that out and you can change and make yourself better. Why? You want to end up being the wise one who knows himself or herself. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. Don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. A person who knows not and believe that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock. I can wake you up with knowledge of self. Excuse me. Excuse me. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to Maya, be true. Today, in being true, and Maya is like the modern religion. It was ancient times Christianity. Okay, how about that? Because everybody seemed to follow at this day and time Christianity. Ancient times it was Maya. So understand that. I'm gonna try to show you how they pretty much one and the same. Okay, different time, same thing. Watch this. Right thinker. Let's talk about when you turn your life over to God. You're a right thinker, or born again Christian, or coming into Islam, or joining a synagogue. Whatever it is, when you serving your higher self, that's turning your life over to God. But that could only happen if you know Him. Let's go. Turning your life over to God, aka your higher self, is right thinking. It's the right thing to do. When you know God for yourself, that's right thinking teaches you how to do that. You will do the right thing when? Daily. Why? Because you're doing something based on your spiritual discipline, aka your higher self. I keep telling you, spiritual discipline is answering and adhering to what y'all call Christ-like, y'all call whatever. But it's all about you doing what you think you should do for the right reason. A lot of times we do what we want to do. That's ego. I don't do that anymore. I used to. That's how I know. Change. Watch this. Turning your life over to God is becoming God conscious. Okay? You need to know God. That's knowing thyself. The left that creed for us, short and sweet, but it carries a whole lot of weight. If you understand it, start breaking it down, it means you need to know yourself from the inside out. Other than that, somebody's going to be controlling you, pretty much mentally slavery or physically enslaving you. Why? Because you don't know you and you can't stand up and defend yourself. With lack of knowledge, it's destructive. My right thinking philosophy lifestyle will be good for you even if you partake in a religion, Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. Right thinking don't do nothing to them, just enhance. It's a boost. Trust me. I'm going to explain that to you as we go too. I have nothing but respect for all religions, all religious followers. doing it the right way, nothing but respect. But I just don't partake. I will fellowship. That's far as I'm going. Why? Because some things that's going on that I don't subscribe to. That's why. But when it comes to fellowshipping, I'll sit in the house with anybody. Now, right thinking philosophy's goal is to get you, the aspirant or the right thinker, to know God for yourself, not to believe in Him. I'm big on that. Why? Because you need to have your own relationship with your higher self. It's called higher self for a reason. Y'all say God, oh, God must be someone else. No, higher self means you thinking, right? Sorry about that. I give you spiritual principles, aka spiritual truths. What? To live by. Why? To become God, to receive God blessing by living right and become God conscious so you can know how and why to live right. The Maya philosophy, which is what I teach, was a way of life, a way to God, a way to God from ancients, aka your higher self, aka spiritual knowledge, aka spiritual enlightenment, nihas, anointment, househood, Christhood. That means you know God for yourself. When everybody collectively in my house at work, we in the upper room. You only make it to the upper room if you pass the first 2 levels. You cannot come up here with bad attitude, bad spirit, and negative concepts. Why? It won't work up here. I'm going to have you leave. Why? We don't need that spirit. Everything I do is spiritual. And you got to be vibrating on the same level for it to work. That's called harmony, spiritually. Fellowship at church, same thing. I went to the church feeling with today. Again, spirit is up in there. Good. I love that. It's a good thing. Understand that. Even when you send somebody off, the spirit's still there. Okay, here we go. Knowledge of God is the power you need to what? Be your best self. I have it. You can get it too. It's free. All you have to do is implement it. Like my man TDJ said, it works. You just got to work it. Same thing. Same concept. Different perspective, but the same concept. You have to do something. I tell you, put the work in. I put mine in every day. Matter of fact, I got to go to the gym today. All right, sorry about that. Getting personal. I got to do. Let me wrap this up. That's what I'm about to do. To master right thinking philosophy, you will have to do your own work. It's up to you to know yourself. I'm the instructor, I'm the teacher. I can get you the information you need, but you have to take it, digest it, understand it, and then implement it, and then it becomes yours. That's self-mastery. To master, again, right thinking philosophy. Find yourself and find God. Find God and you find yourself. It don't make a difference how you do it. If you in search of the truth, you want to find your higher self, you want to find yourself, that's where it lies, within God. You will know that when it happens. Trust me, that's the enlightenment. That's the nihas, okay? Mystical experience. When you and God become one, when you unite with God, when you can commune with Him and know that you're anointed, you know who you are. When you want to know yourself, again, here you go, become a right thinker. Why? Because this is what right thinking philosophy is geared to get you to God. If knowing God for yourself is your goal, then become a right thinker, because I can make that happen for you, because that's what I do for you. If you study the right thinking philosophy, aka Maya principles, and live by them, you will become a master of yourself with due diligence and the work you put on a regular basis. It will happen for you. That's the only way it's going to happen. Again, self-mastery comes when you do what? Put what you learn into action and master it. That's why I give lessons. So you can take these lessons and use them, and you'll start seeing how you're taking control of your situation with the lessons that you're given and receiving and understanding information that's given to you, and you use it. I know how to know thyself. That's the only way I can teach it to you. If I didn't know it, I can't teach it. If I didn't master it, I can't atone for it. Those are things that you have to do before you get at this point. At this point now, I'm teaching because I know. I spent 30 years practicing. I don't need to practice no more. I'm ready to teach. Why? I've been living it. I know it worked. That's why. Here you go. If turning your life over to God, aka resurrection, born again, in Christ, whatever it is, new wine or whatever, any change that you make for the better, you can call it whatever you want. But the idea is you gotta do it. So don't be caught up in the name. What they call it? Nah. Watch this. I found the God in me, not the one in the world. We hear God, we thinking God. No, when I hear God, I'm thinking me, my higher self. I didn't always think that way, so I had to change the way I think. Trust me, right thinking. To find God, watch this. You have to go where? Inside yourself. He ain't out there. No, that's why a lot of people looking out there and never find him. I keep telling you, if you look anywhere other than here to find God, you're never going to find him. All your Buddhist monks, all your high priests, anybody that know God will tell you he's, no, it's here. Okay, understand that. To have been God conscious, and what I am for over 7 years now, and it's just getting, my pastor said, gooder. You know, made up a word. Why? When life is so good that you call it something other than what it is, that means you're doing something right. And things that happen to you that make you feel that way. I'm in that zone right now. Feels good. Oh yeah, okay. I share, watch this, my God knowledge with my pastor, who I took to funeral today, became a chauffeur for my man. We inspire each other. They say, metal, iron sharpens iron. He's sharp with that biblical stuff. He's sharp with his spiritual consciousness and from the biblical aspect. I'm just as sharp in my right thinking concept. I'm just as sharp in my ancient Egyptian Maya principle. So we go together, we work and talk and combine. Why? We still serving our higher self. That's why. Ain't no arguing, no fighting, no right or wrong, none of that. Okay? Watch this. I don't know too many people who have turned their life over to Christ, going to church. I don't subscribe to none. I know my man from the street to Christ. So I know it happens. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's a beautiful thing. My man been doing it for over 40 years, and he's one of the most high respected people I know. For my concern, he's my best friend. So use it. Trust me. Use it, but just do the right thing. I'm seeing, watch this, right thinkers turning their lives over to God, knowing God, not believing in him, but knowing him and starting to do their work and being blessed by him. So yeah, they turn their life up. They turn their life over for guidance from their higher self. That's when it happens. Got a lesson for you. Once you humble yourself, once you bend that knee, once you get down and submit, everything else is easy. Ask Malcolm. Let's go. And when we're ignorant and stubborn, that's the hardest thing to do, is to humble yourself. It's your higher self. You will humble yourself. Trust me. Don't fight the feeling. Just go with the flow. All right, here you go. Acquiesce to your higher self. Don't fight it. You're going to lose. Almost too short to box with God. Let's go. Wrap it up. I appreciate you tuning in. Let me wrap this up for you. Now, right living is turning your life over to your higher self, a.k.a. God. Born again in Christ. Whatever you call when you make that change for the better, to do what you need to do for yourself, the right thing, you can call it whatever you want. I'll meet you at the top. There's 8 different ways to get to the top of this pyramid, so they just one way. Christians understand that there's other ways to reach God. That's all I want you to understand. If you understand that, then we can go now. Why? Your way is the only way, and everybody saying the other way is the only way, but they're not saying your way is the wrong way. Never said that. Just say there's other ways. That's what I'm trying to show you, not to prove it. I tell you, I use spiritual discipline when? Daily. What's that? Letting God drive. I'm doing what I think he wants me to do, and I know right from wrong. So long as I'm doing right, that's what he wants me to do. That's being obedient to your higher self. Nothing special, nothing not the norm. Just do what's right when you're supposed to. And don't get caught up in doing what you want to do. That's all. Everybody want to satisfy themselves. I'm custom. I'm always right. Sometimes it ain't about that. It's about doing what's right to keep it moving. We make it personal sometimes. I ain't caught up in that. That's how I got better and not doing that nonsense. All right, here you go. My life is lived spiritually. That is having God in everything I do. Every decision I make, I keep God consciousness. Why? Because I want to do the right thing. That's why. If I want the ego trip, I would care less about God. I just do what I want to do. That's the ego in you. You know what I mean? All right, here you go. Right thinking is what? Letting God lead your way. That's God consciousness. Your Christian followers, the faithful, they're going to do the right thing. They don't care. That's what I respect about that. If you're going to follow that concept, you should do just that. Don't perpetrate it. Want people to think you're following. No, there's about that going on. But yeah, and don't think I'm Christian bashing. No, I'm fake Christian bashing. I do that all the time. Yeah, because if you're faking it, I'm going to blow you up. Simple. Stop faking. Want me to start getting off you? Stop being one of them and get on the other side. I respect them. I respect the good Christian. My church family, not but respect. Why? Because I see them implementing what they claim to be or act the way they claim to be. So I don't have an issue with them. Ain't no funny people in my house that I know of. We all God-fearing, God-loving, and God-worshiping, following our pastor who leading us spiritually and biblically to the next phase of our life to keep us engineered, keep us going. That's what the Bible, that's what religion's for. Let me wrap this up. I don't live right, aka Maya, for myself, but for my higher self. And in turn, myself is also getting rewarded. It's a win-win. Last one. I'm not perfect by no stretch in the flesh, but I am perfect in spirit, and that's where I dwell. That's where I'm going to dwell for eternity. So I'm comfortable there with what I'm doing. Here, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, doing the right thing for you. I'm here to help you do the best you can. I'm doing mine. How about you? I'll be back. Thank you.